What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Emotional, and guess what?
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a neck.
And we are back at it for another reaction video. This is ABC Crew breaks down Nas vs. Briscoe 1v1 Travesty. Like, comment, subscribe to Baby Let's Vibe. Hit the button because I really want to see what they all got to say about it.
Talk about this Briscoe and Nas thing real quick, man.
Do it.
We haven't had a group discussion about it. Don't want to be super long with it because there's been 1,000 videos about it. But I would like to say first, man, YouTube up by 1,000, man. Put some respect on the YouTubers, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You a YouTuber, you lost to a YouTuber, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't pretty bad over here, man. Yeah. Feel me?
Here's what I'm noticing. The guys that downplay the YouTubers eventually become one. Jelly JQ will definitely be back in the scene.
Oh, 100%. He has
Lamar Peters is in the scene.
Right.
A lot of these guys that downplay the YouTubers eventually become a YouTube basketball player. This is
Darius
insane.
Adams is next.
Yeah.
It was some humble pie this past weekend. I would say that.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's kind of the natural process. Like, I think you have to experience the scene before respecting it.
Honest thoughts. The score, now we're moving on. Score going from 25 to 13 to 29, 28 Nas.
Let's
So
talk about it.
When I said the when the game was clean, people were on the court. People were on the court, yes. But you know the difference of people on the court and people like literally like getting closer to that 3-point line. It was a you couldn't even move. Like you're playing in a grocery aisle. That's how closed off it was. So
yeah, it was.
They mucked the game up. The fans did for sure. And even Rage came out and made a video. Bro, look, this is what Rage said on video. Everybody was calling Dev a liar. This is what Rage said. I have the video right here.
That Baller's Life event, I was fair for my life. Them Jersey motherfuckers is delusional, gang. I was ready to kill it. Yo, gang, I am telling you, I'm on the floor when Briscoe started losing and 100 fucking Jersey niggas come in this bitch. I'm hearing them on the side. We gonna shank this Nas nigga after this. They're saying they gonna stab the ref. Nigga.
Oh, SpongeBob! Why? Folks was really about to go that far? But it was a lot of bread on the game, but still, like, I guess.
Showing knives and shit.
I guess.
These refs were scared for their fucking life, all because they fucking baby daddy Briscoe was fucking about to get dropped off, nigga. New Jersey, hey, that was bad looks that day. That was bad, nigga. That was bad, bro. Oh my God, gang.
That's crazy.
Showing knives.
Everything.
I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. They were showing knives to the ref.
That's what Rage said.
That's
Do you think
crazy.
that, like, I don't see why he would.
He said Rage said they were showing knives.
Right.
That's what he said.
But why would Rage lie?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know why all people Rage will lie about. You know what I'm saying? When people bet, there's over $150,000 in bets. Is what
It was hella bread. Hella bread.
Yeah, we got to get to that. We got to get to that topic too, because I think like the bet. We'll get to that.
Well, one sec, man. Walgus with 100, bro. Man, hey, bro. Good morning, brother.
Man,
love Walgus. Appreciate you, bro.
My goodness.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Walgus, you got it.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT. Go ahead, Millie. Go ahead.
What a blessing.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. Just to give my quick take on the Briscoe and Nas game overall, I think that if you take the names and even the faces off the players and look at the situation for what it was, I think, like, first of all, we know that that is a turnover. It was unfortunate kind of how it happened because Briscoe he clearly was trying to like get people to back up. But I think like if you turn the ball over there, if your opponent or if the refs are being kind of graceful, I guess, and showing you some grace, I guess they could be like, nah, we'll replay that. But the call was the call. You got to respect the refs. They make the final call in the gym, and if they deemed it was a turnover, I don't see how, like, what the other conversations are after that.
Fellas, let me ask you guys this question. I'll rewatch the game a little bit, and one, I do want to say this, like reiterate what Sel said. The crowd was absolutely terrible, and they mucked that game up for sure. But how many opportunities did Nas have to close?
He got about like 8 or 10, but yeah, it was 8 or 10. And I'm gonna be blatantly honest here. This is not an excuse. In between those 8 and 10, he probably had 5 minutes before each possession. You know what I'm saying? So he's losing momentum. He's losing the fluidity of how he's playing. He's losing all like his like the momentum shifted completely to Briscoe.
Yeah.
Sometimes that shit happens for sure, but I think the crowd had a big part in that. So Nas had every opportunity to close 100%, and he did it.
Yeah.
Like the moment he had a few mid-range where he was wide open, short arm or back rimmed it or off the glass, front rim. Saying so he had ample amount of opportunity. So we're not going to sit here and say he didn't.
Yeah, I just think there's so many sides to this game. But I'm more on the Nas side in terms of like, yo, that was disgusting.
Yeah,
in terms of like how that game was handled towards the end for him, because the fluidity of the game was perfect in the first half, bro. And as a result, Nas was able to show it was levels in terms of the one-on-one space for him. And then in the second half, as it waned, things like that started to happen. But I would say this, during the second half, Briscoe did show some things. He started to figure some things out in his walk down, like getting to the mid-range, knocking down the step back, going left and things of that nature. But, bro, that game was disgusting, bro. That, like I said it on my reaction, that was the worst game I ever watched in terms of fluidity.
Sure.
Especially in the second half, man. That was pretty bad. And for the crowd itself, that's more on the platforms to me than it is Jersey. That's more on the platform. That's more on the platforms to me
because they wasn't running
control
security. Mm-hmm.
The crowd.
I think it's more security though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
because they hired them.
Hire security, which they've already took full accountability on it. So I'm not going to be up here bashing nothing like that. But it is their responsibility to make sure it is safe for the players to play the game and get the game done. You know what I'm saying? But that call was a turnover, 100%, whether you like it or not. Whether Briscoe likes it or not, that's 100% a turnover. There's so many sides to this game, right? But at the end of the day, the sides favor Nas, no matter how you want to slice it, because he went to that man's environment and he conquered that environment until the game got completely mucked up and it ruined his momentum, although he had chances to close.
How do you guys think the security, like, because I kind of was looking at the game, like security kind of felt like they didn't want to dive into that level of confrontation almost. You know what I'm saying? I kind of felt like they were a little bit intimidated. I don't think that they necessarily did secure the environment.
I think it's one of them things though, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what you sign up for. Like, you sign up to maintain like crowd control, so on and so forth. That's what you sign up for. That's what you're getting paid to do. You can't be like, oh, I'm security, but I'm not going to do this. I don't know. Me personally, that's just how I think. But I just feel like, aren't security guards trained for those situations? I don't know. Like I said, let me know. But me personally, I just felt like, I see what Bielis is saying when it comes to like the leagues and stuff like that. Because because the first one, they had police in there. Like the very first event, they had police in there, and then the second one, they didn't. They just had security guards. So that is on them. But at the same time, I'm paying you to do something and you not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of the things for me where it just kind of really just like, I don't know. I feel like security should have still stepped in, especially when, like, again, that situation with Davo and that dude in the crowd. Like, security should have stepped in. Security definitely should have stepped in. But it also seemed like security didn't want to do anything at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I think they were the ones letting the people in though. Like they were letting the people that weren't ticketed in. That's from what I understood, which is low key illegal. Getting into a paid event free, like hundreds of people coming in. I don't know. That just sounds crazy. And then how they just rushed the court in terms of past the barricade. Like if you look at a few scenes when they're first checking up on the right side of the camera, people were sitting down on that side. People were under the baseline for sure. As the game grew on, people from that side where they were sitting, they were blocking them. They started like literally to diverge the court. It was crazy. It was like they just came out of nowhere. It was. I related to people that play 2K. You play Street Kings. When you're about to shut the court down, the fans start rushing the court slowly but surely. It just like they came out of nowhere. It was like, where do all these fans come from? Like, how do they get on the court that close? It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And so, do y'all think that the amount of bets, and be honest here, like, do y'all think the amount of bets influenced people behaving a certain way?
Oh, hell yeah, definitely. Definitely did. It definitely did. It definitely did. Because when there's so much money on the line, you have people who are willing to do whatever they have to do to win their money. You know what I'm saying? Folks is willing to do whatever they have to do to win that money. It's that simple. Because it's like, I think I heard 300K and then sales said, I think 100K, something like that. But when it's that amount of money on the line and it's like, it's not one of them situations where it's like Prize Picks where there's a medium. It's kind of like, oh, okay. And it's like, especially because like the players have access to, or not the players, but the fans have access to the not the fans, but they have access to the refs like that. Nah, if security gonna let me walk in and then walk up to the referee and they not gonna stop me, and my money on the line, and like Rage was saying what he said about the, what folks had. Nah, bro, like, nah, the money definitely had a big impact on that game. Definitely did. A very, very big impact on that game.
Behaving a certain way. And did that impact the flow of the game?
Definitely, 100%. And anytime somebody got skin in the game like that, and they got their hard-earned money on the line like that, especially from what we heard, 150K
Cash.
like in total, like in the building, betting on that game, bro. That alone influences the masses within that gym to act a certain way about a call. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, the refs need to be commended. Because you're wrong no matter what is being called.
Right.
So now you gotta really be on your dot your I's, cross your T's on the game, because it's like whatever I do, the intensity or the height or the level of what's the word I'm looking for? Hatred for my cause is gonna go up, especially if the game gets close.
What prevents this from happening next time is my question.
Having police. Having police.
I said this might be a little extreme, but when it comes to betting, if I was playing, I would make a public statement saying, do not bet on me. But all these guys don't have that mindset. They want to make extra cheese too, which I get. I understand that. But like, if I come out there and set the president saying, hey, yo, don't bet on me, and you still bet, that's on you. But betting will never stop. That's just been since forever. So there's no way to fix the betting. But I do think there's a way to go about it. Whether I watched mid-range video, he actually made a couple good points. He was saying, like, maybe you guys handle that outside prior to, not at the event. I don't know. There's ways to go about it. But also, if you place this event in a neutral setting like Nebraska or Idaho, feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think that many people would fly out. That many people. Like if it was Briscoe versus Nas, I don't know if 1,000 New Yorkers would fly out. They might. Who knows? They might. Because it's good, but you would get more of a neutral crowd. I don't think necessarily that would happen.
Let me ask you a question before just yes or no. Who do y'all think is more beloved in their city? Lamar Peters in New Orleans or Briscoe in Jersey?
Briscoe in Jersey.
Oh, it's Briscoe in Jersey.
Exactly. So as much as Briscoe is beloved against somebody that he despises and Nas despises him, you ain't gonna have hella security there. The barricades don't mean nothing to me, like nothing, because they didn't even have them on the baseline.
No, they didn't.
Right.
I mean, when JQ was playing Lamar, that baseline was filled to where if they would have drove to the rack, they could easily sprain their ankle on somebody when they landed. So, like, security has to be the main objective, especially if you're going to go to Briscoe's backyard where he's beloved and he's playing Nas, a guy that they don't even like each other at all. This is not like Briscoe is just playing a random game. This game has been built up, and Briscoe was accused of ducking. So not only does he hate Nas, he's accused of ducking in the process. And there's not enough security there. Security, man. Gotta have it.
Real quick, We definitely got you, Complexy. Thank you for the donation. We got you with more streams. I want to add this too. I want to add the BLS point real quick before you go, Millie. The hard part about all of this is like the event was actually a solid event, solid card.
Yeah.
It just sucked that game was the ending of that card. The Scuba Nitty game should have been the ending of that. But go ahead, Mills.
No, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say on that topic. I just think that it is still early in this space, and like there's still things that need to be, fixed. Simply put, even as far as some of the fouling, like I think things over time will be cleaned up before we're at a finished product.
So here's my thing when it comes to that whole situation. Like I said, I agree with what they were saying as far as like how it was on the league, because that does make sense, because like you're hiring these people and then you're going to Briscoe's backyard and him and Nas already don't like each other. So it's like you need to have security beefed up. Again, like the first event, they also had police in there. Like they had police up in the venue. So it was like it's probably gonna be a little different because of that. You know what I'm saying? But like with all the money, I think if I'm personally not a fan of it. I'm personally not a fan of like gambling and this, that, and the third. However, it's like if you're gonna do it, I feel like it needs to be like a medium. Like again, like what a Prize Picks was doing, like how like you have like a medium as far as like to have the money already sitting somewhere, and then it's like you can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? The money's already in the pot on a platform, and now it's like when the game is over, then they have the money transferred to whoever it's supposed to go to. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like if it's gonna be like that, you need to have something like that set in place versus just like it being a person-to-person situation. That's just what I think. But also when it comes to like mediums, it kind of like you might have to. I don't know if they're gonna have to pay like a fee or something like that, but at least you don't have to worry about the person-to-person contact. Because I remember there was a gambling, a money transferring issue when it came to Nas and Eugene, and that's why that game didn't happen, and that's why we ended up getting Eugene versus Scoob. So yeah, I think that there needs to be like a medium or something that needs to where that stuff happens at, if it's not gonna be, especially like if they can't do it through like Prize Picks and all this other stuff. But yeah, I'm finna get out of here though. PC's a baby, lay out.